I want to start with the Torah, or the Old Testament, the Bible. Because the Old Testament says, a virtuous woman is more precious than silver and gold. Stop. Just stop. Now, I think I got $1 in my pocket. Let me see if I can. Oh, yeah, here it is. Ooh, this is a 20. But this paper has us betraying each other, destroying each other, compromising the future of our people for this. The enemy can print this all day long and give you as much of it as would buy what he wants from you. So the new Al-Qaeda leader in Iraq, Condoleezza, just put a $5 million price tag on his head. Well, they could print that up in a matter of minutes. $5 million US dollars. Now this US dollar is going down real fast. No, it won't be long before this, that is actually backed by nothing, will be looked at as nothing. Now, I was with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad one day, and he took a gold coin out of his pocket and put it on the table. He said, one day this will be the new medium of exchange. At that time, gold was $35 an ounce. See, when stock market fails, when the dollar falls, wise people invest in that which does not lose value. Gold.
All right, greetings everyone. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Wherever you might be tuning in from. It's your brother Supreme X Family, FardMoney Network. Well, this is the stream that we promised you a couple of days ago. But before we get into that, I want to just talk a little bit about what the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan was saying in that clip that we shared right there. And it was really prime for what this topic is about, what we about to get into. So I let him kind of give you an explanation about it. I'll explain it to you however we could, see it. But so today's topic that we want to deal with, this is episode 11, New Millennium Bankers, with our Project Exodus 10,000, right? We want to go into the difference. Like, we want to go into the difference between money and currency. Is it a difference? Or is the minister just talking? Or is all the other people just talking? Mike Maloney, Robert Kiyosaki, Peter Schiff. All these people that tell you that the dollar is just paper and that the government printing doesn't really, it really isn't. It's called inflation. And one reason and one of the meanings of inflation, or the original meaning of inflation, is an expansion on the currency supply. But we have to know the difference and why we're saying that. So let me give you a story, right, about me. I didn't know what real money was. I didn't know the value of having physical gold until maybe about 2012, 2013, right? By being a student in the Nation of Islam under the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan, who have always taught this, been teaching this for over 40 years now in America, standing up teaching it, and he got it from his father, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was teaching it. He taught it for 40 years too, right? And they are really the first people to publicly stand up teaching against the dollar and teaching that gold is money. Because at one point in time, the dollar used to be bagged by gold and silver. Well, you can turn it in for that. But something happened in 1913 that changed all of that, right? But we're going to get into that in a little minute too. So this is we're going to get deep, but we're going to try to keep it as short as possible, but we want to stick to the point. All right. So when in 2016, when I was shown something called cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency plays a part in this too. However, cryptocurrency, it does fall in the currency bracket. It does fall in the currency bracket. We're going to get into that. It does. That's why it's called cryptocurrency. It's not called crypto money. It's called cryptocurrency. Now, this is FardMoney Network, and what we do is specialize in teaching you this. So we specialize in educating our people, teaching our people, bringing our people ways to get real money, way to get out of this fallen system that we're in, and that's what we do. So if you're looking for that opportunity, we have launched our Project Exodus 10,000, and our mission is to have 10,000 people in our organization that's making $50,000 a month by June the 15th this year, right? And we on a mission to do that, right? That's our mission. If you want to know more about that, you can go to that link that you see running at the bottom of the screen, www.fardmoney.info, and then you can get with us, or you can comment here, and then we will provide more information for you to get in contact with us if you want to do that. All right, so in 2016, I was introduced to something called cryptocurrency, and then I was introduced into something called network marketing, affiliate marketing, and I was blown away. I was blown away. And then in 2016, the spring of 2017, I was introduced to a way to get gold, physical gold, 24 karat, 999.9 gold, and it completely changed my life. When we launched FardMoney Network, and we still been here. And I took off running, and I was stacking gold, and I was showing people how to get gold, and I was getting paid by just showing people how to get gold. I was getting paid cash in gold, right? So now we got into 2020. That lasted for a little over 3 years, and man, I'm talking about in the experience and what I have learned by being in that system, and then also being a part of the wealth builders worldwide. That once we understand what real money is, it's hard for us to go work for anything else. It's hard for us to do anything just for paper, right? But we're going to get into that. But Warren Buffett said that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, he should have said cash, but he said if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until he died. You will work until you die. And our senior partner, my mentor, Mr. Michael Dalco, he remixed that and altered that, and he said if you don't find out what real money is, you will work until you die. So let's get into this today. What's the difference between money and currency? Right? The main difference is one of them is a store of value, and one of them doesn't have any real value. It doesn't hold value. That's pretty much the difference. See, for something to be money, it has to have a store of value over a period of time. It cannot be diluted if it's money. If we look up the definition of the word money, currency is different. Currency is just what we use as a current to pay for stuff. It's current, so it moves. This is the instrument that we move to buy goods and services, but it's not money. It's currency, current. Remember, if you know anything about being an electrician, one of the main things an electrician has to understand, he has to know the flow of the current before he go and wire up a house, wire up a building, do any of that. He got to know the flow of the current, or he could get blowed up or get electrocuted, right? So we know that if you understand that, you know that. So it's currency, current. So these are instruments that are issued out by the government to help the economy and to help people, allow people to buy stuff like a barter. So before the dollar system, before this cash system that we see in the world today, they used to be on a barter system where you might trade a cow for some chickens, right? Or you might trade some oil for some cows or whatever, right? It was a barter. They had something. So they put the dollar in place, but the dollar had gold and silver back, and they put this cash in place. Now, there have been many, many fiat currencies on the planet, right? So the one thing that you have to understand, if it's money, it holds its value. Currency is just something that we use to pay for stuff as of right now. That's the instrument that we use, but it doesn't hold value. However, meaning what do I mean? Okay, $100,000 today in cash, whatever currency you might have, whether it's Russia, Germany, China, America, it don't really matter, right? Whatever currency you have is all cash and it's all printed by these international bankers, this system, and the government, through the governments of these systems, right? If you had $100,000 today in cash and you left it in cash, what that $100,000 will buy you today, it will not buy you a year from now. It will not buy you 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now. It will not buy you that. Well, so what do you mean, brother? What are you saying? That don't make sense. What I'm saying is, if I had $100,000 that I saved in cash that I got in 2011, and I helped it all the way to 2021, what that $100,000 will buy me today is less than what it would have bought me 10 years ago. Because it's meant to be spent. And why? Why? Because it's like this. Here's a dollar bill. I only have a few dollars on me. We're going straight digital now, but I do have a few dollars, and I brought this in out of my car just to do this, right? So listen, this dollar, what do I have to do? Somebody type in the comment section, whether you're on Facebook or you on YouTube. What would I have to do to make this $2? Can somebody answer that? If I wanted to make this $1 bill grow to $2, what would I have to do for that to happen? Can somebody answer that? Let me look at the comments. Can somebody answer that? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can somebody answer that? If I wanted to make this $1 bill $2, what will I have to do to this $1 bill to make it $2? I would have to put another dollar with it. I would have to add a whole nother dollar to it. So now I got 2, right? That's currency. That's cash. It doesn't go up by itself. Why? Because we got a government and we got a Federal Reserve banking system that's printing billions of these dollars per day, which is inflating the economy, inflating the world, and prices act like a sponge on the currency supply. Y'all understand that? So prices for these merchants and for these retail stores and all this to make money, they have to take the price up. Why? Because it takes more and more of these to buy less and less. So if they want to make any profit, they can't sell a pair of Foot Locker, can't sell a pair of Jordans today at the price that they sold a pair of Jordans 20 years ago. They wouldn't make any money. See, when I was growing up in the 90s as a teenager, Nike, Jordans, they was our most highlighted shoe, and it's still that today in the community. However, for grown man shoes of Michael Jordans, you didn't pay over $150 for a pair of Jordans, the exclusive Jordans. Now talking about this is before Jumpman and all of that. Now you can go get some Jumpman for $150, but them ain't like Jordans. I'm like, you know, they the Jordan brand, but it ain't like having the official Jordan shoe. You follow me? But today, what are you paying? $250, $300, $350. Some even $400-$500 for certain Jordans. We never seen prices like that in the 90s for no Jordans. The highest shoe we ever seen costed $200, and that was the Penny Hardaway that they called the foam pod. And that was the only shoe, and that shoe came out in '97. That was the only shoe that we seen, tennis shoe, that costed $200. Now that's the norm. You paying $200 for your children's shoes. If you get those Jordans, that brand out of a phone posit, you paying roughly that for their size. That's inflation. However, now, and I'm gonna prove this point. Here's a gram of gold right here. 1 gram, pure gold. How is this money, brother? Because it's a store of value. I purchased this gram of gold maybe $60 in 2017. Today, this gram of gold, it will take $80 to get it, roughly. Y'all hear that? So listen, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I purchased this for roughly about $60. 4 years later, it is worth $30 more, $25 to $30 more. Easy. Just this 1 gram. Why? Because gold is money. It appreciates over time. So if we go to the national debt clock, let's go there, because I want to prove this to y'all, because if we could grab that concept, but until you grab that concept, you will really not, unless you just hit the lotto or something, unless you do something unless you do something like, become a rapper or something, you just hit it big or something like that. If you don't understand that concept, you're going to have a hard time being an entrepreneur, because you're going to constantly just do things for cash. And it's still going to be eating up your time. So if you saw all the entrepreneurs, up and coming entrepreneurs, and there's something you want to do, you have to get you some real money. You have to move some of your profits that come in cash and get you real money. Now, they got this thing so tricked up. Well, it takes the currency to get the real money. But we got to be disciplined enough to know how to use it. We got to be disciplined enough to know to do what? To let me take a portion of my profits and safeguard it. Not in a bank account, but to take a portion of my profits and safeguard it and acquire the real thing. So I can benefit from pay raises or interest on the asset without doing anything. See, I didn't do anything to be able to make $25 to $30 off of this gram of gold, but just move some of my cash that I had a job working for once we started into it. I just took some of these and put it over here. So we also call it as you taking the cash out of your left pocket and putting it in your right pocket. But this is going to be here long after I'm gone. I have it right now. If I needed it, I got a lot of grams just sitting on my desk. If I needed some cash right now, I can go and liquidate this gold that I got and get cash for it at a profit, of course. Now, if I wanted to, but that's not why you want to get real money. For one, this is a wealth attractor, right? So let's get into the debt clock to prove my point. The national debt is over $28 trillion. That's the national debt. Government spending is almost $7 trillion. They print more and more money. Okay. The GDP is only 21.6 trillion. So America is behind the 8 ball when it comes to profit. The total debt is 85 trillion and it's counting. Why is, see, when you come to the debt clock, you got to say, why is the debt still going up? Why is the debt going up right now while we looking at it in real time? Because they are constantly printing more and more and more cash. The Federal Reserve is not part of the federal government. The Federal Reserve is its own independent institution that is in control of the print of the dollar. So every time they send out a stimulus check, that's more debt going to, that's more debt going to the debt. So in a real sense, The dollar bill is your biggest liability. We just don't comprehend that because you need this to just do everything. In America, you need everything. You need $1 to live. You need $1 to have water, to have rent, have a place to stay, have gas in your car. You need $1, but it's still a liability. The longer you hold it, the less power it has. And if you don't understand and get some discipline and take a portion, not saying all, but take a portion of your cash and get you some assets. Now, you got many, many asset classes. But just because something is an asset don't make it real money. You understand? Real money is gold. Period. All right. So now to prove that, y'all see now we have something down here in the right-hand corner. You can go ahead and look. It has a dollar to gold ratio. What does that mean? What does that mean? This needs to be studied. This website and this clock, you should study it. And you should get an understanding. You should research it. You should Google it. Do whatever you need to do to try to understand what some of this stuff means. Because you need to understand the difference between money and currency. It's a difference. Okay. Now, on this site right here that is by the government, they're not hiding that gold is real money to us. They're not hiding this. That's why they don't really, they just know the average one of y'all don't care nothing about it, to be quite frank. Which, what do you mean? Okay, I'm streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, but there's only 9 people watching the stream. It got up to 11. I'm just giving y'all a scenario. If I was on here talking about fights, somebody getting shot, if I was just on here talking about something that you think is important, it may be mainly foolishness, right? If I was on here spearing gossip and doing all this slandering and backbiting and talking about somebody negative or whatever, or what somebody else doing in their domestic life and all of that, then it'd probably be millions of people on the stream, or thousands, right? And what bring this to my mind, Mr. Dalco said this to us this morning on the power call. How we can do these streams here and people will see it, see the topic, and then they just keep going. But if Kim Kardashian did a live stream, or Jay-Z did a live stream where he on a yacht with him and Beyonce, ain't teaching you no game. They just showing their lifestyle. You will like it, you will share it, you will comment on it. Man, y'all doing it, love it, love it, love it. Some of y'all probably would even be negative to them about it, right? But that don't do nothing for you, because you watching Jay-Z on a live on a yacht go live talking about nothing, right? They probably ain't even saying nothing. Listening probably to one of his old tracks. You would like it, share it out, say go follow that. But a stream like this that's teaching you some science that can help you get over the hump in your financial life, all you have to do is just apply the principle. Comprehend what's being said and just apply it. And your life will change immediately. Should be getting paid, should be getting charged. I should be charging for this type of stuff. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what the debt clock say. So the debt clock say dollar to gold ratio. First, what does that mean? That means for the dollars that's in circulation, now that has been printed over time since 1913 when they started this record, for it to match an ounce of gold that is on the planet or in the gold mines, because they can calculate gold by, they can tell how much gold is in the gold mine as well. An ounce of gold for the dollar to be bagged by gold, or for all the dollars to match and to measure up the value of what gold is, because it's money, it will take $36,585. Did y'all hear that? So in real sense, for you to get your hands on some real money, an ounce of gold, which is real money, It's supposed to take 36,585 of these. Okay? And then it also tells you the dollar to gold ratio 1913. See, this say dollar to gold ratio now. Dollar to gold ratio 1913 per ounce. They got a dollar used to be $28. I mean, an ounce of gold used to be $28.84 in 1913. See, that's when this currency scam started. Because when they started the dollar had some value. It had gold and silver backing. But 1913 set up the system to remove gold and silver away from the masses of the people. Well, we just got this. That's why so many of our people die, retire, and they have nothing. Why? Because they only hold this. This is a note. Federal Reserve note. This is what it say on it. It's a piece of paper. And like I said, yes, you need it to live, but it doesn't pass down. It will not outlive you. It will not outlast you. And it also has a death date on it. We watching it now. That's why they hurry up, and that's why as soon as Joe Biden got in office, he just hurried up and pushed the stimulus bill through. Why? Because the dollar and the American economy has went into a total reset. The dollar is on its deathbed, and it is in a coma. But they know the majority of y'all, they put it right here in your face. They put it right here in your face. This is not, so it ain't no hypothetical or something I just made up or something the minister just made up. They telling you straight from the government's mouth, straight from the IRS, they letting you know what real money is. You just got to go and read it and study it and understand it. And then you got to prepare yourself and apply the principle. What are the principles? Take a portion of everything you make and move it into something that's going to bring you more over time. Now, the hottest asset on the planet right now, gold is long-term wealth. Gold is long-term wealth. But the hottest thing on the market right now, and now look, you can go and get gold. Gold is on sale. People say gold fluctuate up and down. How does something fluctuate from being at $28.84 in 1913 to the day an ounce of gold is about $1,800? Explain that fluctuation. Explain that volatility. So from 1913, gold has only been on the projective going up. Yeah, it might have hit the all-time high, almost 2,100, and fell down there, but there's no fluctuation in it. See, you don't get in gold to trade it. See, when you look at what the trading market say, if you go to the stock market and you look at the gold spot market price, that's the trading market. That's not the value of the actual metal. It's not. That's what you trade for, and you trade paper. I hope y'all understand this, right? This is what we have to understand. Why? Because this scam is still ill affecting us to this day. Because we don't want to, awaken from it. We don't want to do what it takes to be done and get out of it, because it's all simple. You can Google all this stuff. YouTube is your friend, but not you on there watching comedian stuff like that. That's why you go to Instagram right now. The people that got the millions of views, they either celebrities or they just do comedy skits. Nothing real major, nothing that you learn from, just something you to feel good from. You follow me? Same thing on YouTube. And America allows this. That's why they will let us come on the stream and talk about this and show all this stuff. Why? Because they know you not listening and you not gonna. See, they got total faith that they have dumbed you down. They got total faith that they have dumbed us down. That's why Robert Kiyosaki got a YouTube channel. They won't take it down. Mike Maloney got a YouTube channel. They won't take it down. Peter Schiff got a YouTube channel. They won't take it down. What's her name? Lynetta King got a YouTube channel and they won't take it down. Kitco News, they won't take it down. Why? Because they know the average one of y'all will see it, but will not take action. And they really don't provide you a system outside of their system. So they ain't tripping about you going to get gold nowhere. But once you start to get it in a system, then you're going to run into some problems. That's why they really so afraid of cryptocurrency. But they know the average one of y'all don't really understand that. Don't really want to get in that because everybody, oh, Bitcoin is this, Bitcoin. Why would you want to go and get Bitcoin when Bitcoin is $52,000 right now, last I checked? As high as $61,000. The ones who benefited the most are the ones who got in early. Y'all understand what we're saying? So if you get in Bitcoin now, for you to 2 times your money or your cash that you put in it, it got to go to 100,000. That's just 2 times. You just 2 times your money. But if I got it at 10,000 and it go to 100,000, that's 10 times my money. So I'm looking for a crypto coin that has Bitcoin potential, that has a solid project behind it, that I can get a whole bunch of them for a little enough. This is nothing. See, they know we're afraid to do anything with this right now. We run into these people all the time. I run into them all the time. They talk a good game, but when it comes time to doing some action and taking this and putting it in something that they benefit from long term, they can't see it. But you will see them, they'll be dressed clean, they'll talk a good game. You know what I'm saying? They'll even lie about it. But the average person will not take action, or they will get into a system. They'll be, it's a hype thing, it's a fear thing for a moment, but they won't plug in and connect the dots. So they continue to do what? Nothing with their business, nothing with their opportunity to acquire more of the asset for the low. And they continue to just go and punch that clock and keep getting these. Where they just one bad incident on the job of being unemployed, being in debt, looking for another job. See, once you understand the difference between money and currency, you're going to strive to get free out of the job. You're going to want to get away from the job. Why? You're going to want to get away from the job. Y'all understand? This is the science to what we have to get an understanding on. We understand that this is the science to what we have to grasp. It's a difference. Once you understand the difference between money and currency, you will never allow yourself to continue to go to work. Not that you're going to quit immediately your job, but you're going to be looking for your way out. And you're going to be actively trying to get out of that. Now, people, they say, well, I'm going to go start my business. Yeah, but you only accepting cash. So you just kind of became your own boss, but you still is trapped into this dollar debt system. It's your mind. It's your mind. So you just don't like a boss. So you really haven't advanced. You just don't like your boss. You just fired him. And now you become your own boss. But you still you still haven't got yourself outside of the trick bag. Outside of the pyramid scheme. The real pyramid scheme. The real pyramid scheme is this dollar. This is last trick. His number one trick, rather. This is number one trick. This right here. This is how Satan, which is the rulers that be, that so-called group called Illuminati, this is how they have deceived the whole world with this right here. They got the whole world with this. Except for places like Iran. They didn't have Iraq. They didn't have Libya under Muammar Gaddafi. They didn't have them tricks. See, they knew better. They didn't let a central bank come into their country. And that's why they was put on the list to be destroyed. the government to be dismantled. We got to put our man in there because we putting the bank over there. So anytime somebody comes to get that, that's one of the reasons they don't want you to hear the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan either. Why? Because he teaching the science to all this, and he been doing it, and they can't stop him. So they take him down off social media. They take him down off of these platforms. They villainize him in the media world, make you thinking something wrong with the Muslims. We racist and all. Even they make other white people think this too. Some that's wise enough to know and they don't trust their government, which they should. They understand that, no, the Muslims in the nation are our best friends. They understand that, right? And they constantly taking down channels as we speak right now about these coronavirus vaccines. They're doing that now. It's happening. They're knocking pages down. Blah, 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 blah. And they're going to continue to do this. Why? Because they do not want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. But they know one thing. The majority of y'all is not going to listen because all they got to do is scare you with what? Job, mortgage. And you'll go stick that needle in your arm and don't know what it is that's in it. But I don't want to get off topic like that. Let us get back on topic because this is what we do in FardMoney Network. We talk about money, real money. And we bring to you a system where you can get this real money and you can experience the freedom. Because until you start having assets that grow in value by you just acquiring it, you will never experience a freedom lifestyle. Your mind will not be at ease. Your mind will not be at ease. Not that you don't need the cash, you do. But you have to know what to do with it. This is just a tool. This is a tool. A tool to free you. A tool to pay your bills. A tool to buy stuff with. It is a tool, is an instrument. Use it for what it's worth. It's a tool. When you see a handyman, he has a tool bag or a tool box. And he got multiple tools in it. And he used each tool for its righteous position or what it's supposed to do. Or what each tool do, he used it. He used a screwdriver for nails. He used a hammer to nail nails in. He used a screwdriver to nail some in. He also used a hammer for nails. But he know the difference. See, we got to know the difference. This is not meant to be saved. If you saving this and if you got this in a bank account, you the biggest, wow. You are the biggest pawn in their trick. I don't even have a bank account. So let us teach you how you won't have a bank account, right? So you can go to that website, but if you want to come to the next Project Exodus, because we're helping people exit out of this mindset. We're helping you exit out of this mindset. So if you want to exit out of this, if you want to really not just understand, and like I said, let's go back to the point. Quick summary. Money has to be a store of value. Without it, it's not money. It has to be tangible. It has to be fungible. It has to be all of that, meaning it has to be able to be broke down into small denominations so it can be used for currency. So if you look at money and currency, they are very similar in their nature, but currency lacks what really makes money money. Currency lacks a store of value. Cash don't have that. Money does. That's how you know you got money. It will always be the same, universal, worldwide, as it is today, 20, 50, 100 years from now or more. It will either be the same, worth the same, when I get it today, or it's going to be worth more. But it can't go down. Why? Because it has to be a store of value. That's the difference. Money, real money, is a store of value. Currency doesn't store value. It depreciates. Why? Because the government is just print and print this away. The more and more they print this, the less and less purchasing power it has. And it's almost at 100% inflation. When it reaches that, you will see a fall. And you will see the government of America come down right behind it. So is your survival kit up to par? What are you doing right now? Why? Because this is a wealth transfer. But wealth doesn't destroy. It doesn't be destroyed. It just transfers. Y'all following us? That's the science on what we need to get. That's what we need to have this understanding. So if you want to know more about this, if you want to come into the system that we're bringing you, because FardMoney Network is all about two things: education, educating you, giving you a financial education that you can't buy nowhere else. You can't even buy this, and you get it here just by coming to a YouTube video, right? So this is what we thrive on: financial literacy, financial education, for free $95. We're not even charging you that. And we also look for systems to get in that meets our goal and meets our concept. So I can't be telling you about FardMoney Network and telling you about real money if I didn't have an avenue for you to get it through us. And for you to build leverage, because the best asset that you can have is your business. Now, we're not talking about just more than brick. No, that you ain't got no leverage with that, right? I'm talking about your network marketing business. So we bringing you all of this, what I'm talking about, real money, assets, and we bringing it to you so you can build your business. As you acquire the assets, all you have to do is just allow us to coach you, allow us to train you, and you need to have the will that I want to help people get out of this scam. Because the Federal Reserve is the biggest scam ever to be perpetrated on the people. Biggest scam ever. So with that being said, family, text NMB to that number running below so you can get the link for our next Project Exodus 10,000 event. With that being said, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so, FardMoney. And if you're not following us on Instagram, if you on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram, FardMoney Network. You can also follow us on Facebook, and you can also follow us on Twitter as well. Make sure you follow us everywhere that we are. That way you can stay connected, and that way you can benefit from all of the stuff and all of the science and all of the information that we give you. Because we're not just providing this to you for a season. No, we're providing this to you for a reason. With that being said, family, we out.
Power meaning, if I say this $100 to next week, by the Federal Reserve, the United States Treasury print billions and billions of dollars per day.
All right.
The purchasing power of this, as long as I hold it, goes down.
All right, I feel that, but here's the thing though. Like, how am I supposed to go to the store? I want something to eat. I'm gonna need that paper. You feel me?
Yes.
So how am I gonna, carry gold around with me? What, you got a gold card or something?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We had that too.
You lying?
And so,
you lying?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Oh yeah, we got it. We got it.
You lying out here.
And this can be stored digitally or physically.
All
However
right.
you want it, you can do it. And the means of it is that with our network and what we're doing with Gold Standard Bank is you can acquire the gold for yourself and you can refer others and get paid the cash.